Hello, this is Aloft Virtual Alliance. Welcome to our flight today. We are on the ground in Toronto, and we are flying to St. John. Let's jump out, take a look at the aircraft we're flying. We are flying the Ifly 738 800 Max. Got our passengers loading. We're getting close to being done. This is our plane today. A little snowy it's looking like here in Toronto, so let's jump back in and get programming and all of that. So Toronto clearance delivery, Canadian Air 401 requesting clearance to St. John's is filed.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
The flight plan's been loaded, fuel's been loaded. We just gotta do departure, arrival, and weights.
Canadian Air 401 cleared to St. John's via the Dead Key 5 departure. Then as filed, climb 5000. Expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure on 127.575 squawk 7215. Expect runway 05.
Roger, cleared to St. John's via the Dead Key 5 departure, then is filed, climb 5000, expect flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure 127.575, squawk 7215, and we will expect runway 5. Alright, so let's get our squawk code, it's in there,
Canadian Air 401, read back correct. Ground is on 119.1, safe flight, sir.
Okay, let's go to departure arrival page. Let's switch to ground. So we're gonna go off runway 5. The D-deck 5. What transition we used in here?
Ladies and gentlemen, a most cordial welcome aboard Canadian Air Flight 401, departing from Toronto and destined for St. John guests.
Okay.
We kindly ask you to take your seats as indicated on your boarding passes, ensuring that your hand luggage is stowed in the overhead bins or beneath the seats in front of you. Should you require any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact any member of our esteemed crew. Furthermore, I would like to inform you that your flight is being monitored by Smart Cars 3, which you may use to keep track of our journey. The flight team shall ensure everything is running smoothly. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight.
Okay.
That row is a bit further. You're good to go. Hello, right this way.
So we want the on-dap transition. Look at this. Yeah, we want the on-dap transition. Execute legs. Okay. Take this here. Execute. Alright, looking good there. Go to initial reference page. Get our weights entered. Fuel weight 134.6. 134.6. Reserves 5. Get out of there. Here. 9 or 2. Okay, so we can stay where we're at. Alright, we're gonna pull up the taxi charts. Cruise wind, don't need that. Here, let's get the APU going while we finish getting this going here. So APU, start, kick on our fuel. It's getting started. Alright, so our cruise wind is 248 at 61. 48/61. 0 here. Temperatures, there we go. In 1. Takeoff. 5. Confirm these. Center of gravity is set. Okay, looking good there. Trying to avoid that. Turn the yaw damper on. He's on. Off. He's on. Up. Auto. Okay, looking good there. APU's fired up. Let's get that done. Toronto ground, Canadian Air 401's ready for push and start. Make sure our parking brake is set, and it is.
Canadian Air 401, Toronto ground, push and start approved, face southeast.
Push and start approved, face southeast. Okay, so we're gonna go ground support, disconnect, and set. Okay. Get our beacon turned on, 'cause we're getting ready to move. Auto and auto. Alright. We are ready for push and start. Just waiting on push and start. Alright, want to go right. I don't know why we're not hearing the ground crew on PSX all of a sudden. That is a new thing that I have not been able to pinpoint.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Canadian Air Flight 401, departing for St. John, Isses. Our estimated flight time is 2 hours and 35 minutes. We kindly ask you to pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, which contains important information, even for our frequent flyers. Please fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pulling the strap to tighten. The seatbelt must remain fastened whenever the sign is illuminated. Return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position, and ensure window blinds are opened for takeoff and landing.
Okay.
Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices should be securely stowed. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are strictly prohibited on board. Oxygen masks will drop automatically if needed. Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Life vests are located under your seat. Put it on and inflate only after leaving the aircraft. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which may be behind you. In the event of an evacuation, please leave all personal belongings behind and follow crew instructions immediately. If any electronic device becomes hot or catches fire, inform a crew member immediately. The safety information card in your seat pocket contains all details. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, we're gonna introduce Guild Engine 2. Once they're done pushing us, I am gonna check one thing on GSX. Might have an idea on why it's not playing nice, but I need it to get done pushing so I can get to the settings. This is a new issue that came up after their most recent update. I don't know, unless the update did what I think it did. I still haven't found the root cause of why OBS sometimes switches off my okay, let's see. Audio. Yeah, it's trying to send all the sound. Should be that through the yoke for some reason. Should be that. Real estate. Okay. That should fix it. Because now it's all going through my headphones again. Why? Alright, I think we're good. Okay, that should fix that issue. So if you experience that, go through and make sure that it is got your mappings right. Toronto ground, Canadian Air 401's ready for taxi. Okay.
Canadian Air 401, expect runway 05, taxi via 11 Delta Tango, Delta 5, Charlie Echo Golf Hotel.
Roger, we're gonna taxi via Delta Tango, Delta 5, Charlie Echo Golf Hotel. Okay, so we're gonna go out of here to Charlie, which will take a right on Charlie, and then Echo Golf. So basically, how we taxied here the other day when we flew in from Rankin. Just kind of going backwards. Charlie. Sorry, puppy's having a coughing fit, and I know he got into something, but who knows what. So I got a little distracted while trying to taxi because he's over here hacking up a lung. You okay? We're trying to fly planes right now. Shouldn't get coughing fits while we're trying to fly planes. Well, now you rolled out of the way and I can't give you pets, so I don't know what to tell you there. Your life is so hard. Oh, the life of a dog, so hard. So stressful. I wish I had their problems. I love that I asked, what did you get into? Like he's going to be able to answer me and tell me. That's real smart too, but you know, it happens. Alright, let's get our flaps set. 1, 2, and 3. Good, started slowing us down just a little bit on taxi. Went too far on the flaps. Alright, there's flaps 5. Brake sets. Okay. This should be Echo. Yep. So we're gonna take a right here.
Runway 3 right. Approaching runway 3 right.
Now we taxi all the way down to Gulf. Kind of veer left there, and that'll put us right onto a hotel, and that takes us all the way to runway 5. We got our flaps set, we got our auto brakes set. What else? The only thing left is lights, which we'll do once we get close to the runway. A little more throttle in it because it slowed down some. Got our altitude set for 5,000, heading set for runway heading. TCAS is on. Okay, we're looking in pretty good shape. Echo 1 here. Okay, here's Golf. Oversteered. I think I'm trying to do too much stuff at one time. Alright, we're gonna set the phone down for a minute. I got my locking casters for my chair. So far, so good. Definitely solved the problem. I am using the new Wing rudder pedals. I've been thinking about getting new rudder pedals for a while. The ones I'd have for quite a while. And on the back of them, the connection was all wobbly, and I know there was times where it was either disconnecting completely or losing connection because things just weren't responding as well. And I always thought I could hear the sound when you disconnect something.
Approaching runway 15.
He didn't say we
right.
had to stop here, so we're just gonna keep going. But anyways, that had been on my mind for quite a while. It'd been something I've been wanting to get and just couldn't figure out what to get or anything like that. So when I saw that these came out, I actually watched a little bit of a review on them by XP72. You can find him on YouTube. And they looked good. I was like, give them a shot, let's see. So they ended up showing up, and what the initial problem was is my chair has wheels like anybody else's chair, but I've got a wood floor where I fly, and so my chair, as I'm pressing on the pedals, it's pushing my chair. I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. So I found casters with locks, and so now I can just lock my chair in place, and it definitely makes using these pedals a lot easier. So if you've been looking for pedals, so far so good with these now that I got the locking mechanisms for the wheels. Something to keep in mind depending on your floor that you're rolling around on.
Canadian Air 401, contact tower on 118.35, bye-bye.
Over to tower. Let's switch over to tower. Toronto Tower, Canadian Air 401, ready to go, runway 5.
Approaching runway 5.
Canadian Air 401, Toronto Tower, runway 05, winds 090 at 6, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 5, Canadian Air 401. Alright, so we got our co-pilot on. Hopefully he'll handle the comms and stuff for us now. Got runway heading in, so we're good to go there. Lights are all on, flaps are set. He's good to go. Right. Throttle's 50%.
On runway
Going full.
5 remaining. 10,000 feet.
Rotate.
On runway 5 remaining. 7,500 feet.
Gear coming up. Turn to runway heading.
Canadian Air 401, contact departure.
Toronto departure, Canadian Air 401. Good morning, climbing through 2000.
Canadian Air 401, Toronto departure, radar contact, climb 15,000, turn right, heading 120, vectors to Alca, then on course.
Alright.
15,000.
So 120 and 15,000.
Then on course. Canadian Air 401.
Okay, we're in take flaps 2.
Canadian Air 401, direct Alca, then as filed, please.
Direct broadcast, then it's filed. Canadian Air 401.
Okay, we're taking flaps up.
Canadian Air 401, climb flight level 240.
Okay, going 240.
Climbing
Go.
flight level 240, Canadian Air 401.
Alright, so we're at 10,000. Kick off our lights.
Dear guests, we are
stays
pleased to
on.
inform you that the use of approved electronic
Okay.
devices is now permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will commence shortly, and we thank you for your patience. Should you require any assistance, please do not hesitate to call upon our dedicated crew members. We wish you a delightful journey with Canadian Air.
So our next flight, just so you all know, is we're going St. John's to Halifax, and then Halifax to somewhere in the middle of Canada. I don't remember which airport. I think it's Edmonton, CYYZ, I think. I have to look at I went through and created all my bids so I know where we're going and when, but I think it's Edmonton. We will find out. Like we're about to break through the clouds.
Canadian Air 401, climb flight level 310.
Climbing flight level 310, Canadian Air 401.
Canadian Air 401, contact Toronto Center on 124.925.
Alright, so we're past 15,000. We're going to go ahead and start to speed up the video from here for the rest of climb and cruise. Top of descent, we'll slow things back down and get ready for our approach into St. John's. Right now we're planning on runway 28, so we'll see if that changes as we get closer. We'll see you guys on the other side of cruise.
Toronto Center identified. Good morning.
Roger, descend via Tiger 5 to 3000 for Canadian Air 401. Alright, welcome in. We're out of cruise. Kinda, for some reason, something's been screwing with this aircraft that I don't know if it's the turbulence or what, but it was moving it all around to where it was doing huge bank angles. And I don't know what was like that.
Our approach to St. John S. We kindly ask that you return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Please be advised that the use of the lavatories is no longer permitted at this time.
See here.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Bank angle. Bank
oh.
angle. Bank angle. Bank
What
angle.
is it doing? I have not had this issue before, so I am really confused what's going on here. I've got the bank angle limited to 10 degrees. Let's go direct Tiger again, execute command. Alright, so we're landing on runway 16 according to this, so let's
Canadian Air 401, contact Gander Center on 124.05.
Switching to Gander Center on 124.05, Canadian Air 401. Gander Center, Canadian Air 401. Good afternoon, flight level 300 for 3000.
Canadian Air 401, Gander Center identified. Good afternoon.
Alright, so we got that dialed in. Let's get a couple other things here. Parking positions, yep. Airport info, okay. Alright, so we're gonna go mode 1101170. Okay, that is our frequency. And then 156 on our course. Let's shove some speed brake out. Auto brake to 2.
maintain altitude 1500 feet until established altimeter 2994.
Down to 1500, cleared for the ILS 26 approach. Foxtrot Papa Sierra Oscar November.
Radar services terminated. Foxtrot Papa Sierra Oscar November. Change to advisory frequency approved. Squawk VFR.
Advisory frequency Foxtrot Papa Sierra Oscar November.
Alright. Okay, speed brakes armed. Check our weather. 2993. 1 statute mile visibility. Wind is 3030 at 10. Okay, that's odd, but whatever. Should be landing runway 10, but we'll go with runway 16. And what else? Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Canadian Air 401. Contact Gander approach on 133.15.
Switching to Gander approach on 133.15. Canadian Air 401. Gander approach, Canadian Air 401. Good afternoon. Flight level 180 for 3000.
Canadian Air 401, Gander approach identified. Good afternoon, St. John's, altimeter 2994. Expect the ILS runway 16 approach into St. John's.
Reset, altimeter 2994. Expecting the ILS runway 16 approach. Canadian Air 401.
Okay, we're looking good there. Alright, so at 10,000 we'll kick our lights on. Forgot to set up some outside views while we were cruising, so we might as well look now. I don't know what was up with that turbulence that It was just making it not want to play nice today.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we commence our final approach into St. John SS, we kindly ask that you turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we have arrived at the
Get
gate.
our
Please
lights
ensure that your
on.
tray tables are stowed away, your seats are in their full upright position, and that your seat
There we
belts are
go.
securely fastened. The weather in St. John's is currently quite pleasant, and we are looking forward to a smooth landing.
below 250 knots.
Our assigned gate is Terminal 8. Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, he's kind of getting away from us. Making really good time though. We got that going for us. Ooh, we're gonna exit Delta from the runway. That'll take us right into the gate area. Okay, we're looking good speed-wise now. Okay, we're into flaps 1. Alright, we're going to go ahead and arm our VOR and localizer. Okay, go ahead and arm our approach. Go flaps 2. Take our speed down to here. Our reference speed is 135.
Proceed direct air end. Clear for the ILS runway 16 approach. Speed below 190 knots until established. Canadian Air 401, contact St. John's Tower on 120.6.
Direct Aaron, cleared ILS runway 16 approach, speed below 190 knots until established, Canadian Air 401. Switching to St. John's Tower on 120.6, Canadian Air 401. St. John's Tower, Canadian Air 401. Good afternoon, established on the ILS runway.
Gears going down. Go to approach speed.
Canadian Air 401, St. John's Tower, roger.
2500.
Canadian Air 401, wind 040 at 10, runway 16, cleared to land.
Flaps going full.
Cleared to land, Canadian Air 401.
Okay, there we go. Got the runway ahead. autopilot's off.
Approaching runway 16.
100. Flight slow. 50. Flight slow. 30. 20. 10.
Couldn't be any smoother.
Alright, so we're gonna exit down here at Delta. Get our lights turned off and APU started.
Canadian Air 401, exit at Gulf of Able. Contact ground on 121.9er.
A little late for that announcement, dude. Where are we going?
Switching to ground on 121.9, Canadian Air 401.
Gate 8.
St. John's ground, Canadian Air 401. Good afternoon, cleared of runway, ready to taxi to the gate.
Canadian Air 401, St. John's ground, taxi to Terminal Gate 8 via Delta. Good day.
Okay. Flaps are going up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived in St.
Auto
John S.
brake.
Canadian Air 401.
Did you know that St. John's is one of the oldest cities in North America, founded in 1592? We thank you for choosing Canadian Air for your journey today. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we have reached our final parking position. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with Canadian Air. The local time here is 12:47 in the afternoon. For those with upcoming connections, please note the following. Flight 231 to Halifax departs at 1:15 from Gate 3, and Flight 456 to Toronto departs at 1:30 from Gate 6.
Nine. 9A. Here's 8. Alright, which one's right? One saying stop, one saying keep going by 43 feet. Let's see here. Yeah, we need to keep going. Okay. Right where we want to be. Switch over to APU. Lights. Fuel cutoff. And here we are. Okay, let's get deboarding going. Let's go to our system page, menu, ground support, get our chocks in place and our ground power. Ground power is on, APU is off. There we go. Okay, let's jump out and take a look. Okay, unloading bags. There we go, pretty decent flight other than the little turbulence issue up at flight level 370. Don't know what was going on there, but we made it through it. So, do you think we're gonna, I was gonna fly this one a little bit more. May reconsider that, maybe do CRJ and then back to Airbus. Something like that, we'll see. So, we're going to watch some bags get unloaded and then we'll wrap this up and then we'll see on the next flight, which is here to Halifax. So it'll be a good flight. It'll be shorter. Hour I think is how long that flight is. So we'll knock that one out pretty quick. Don't forget, in the profile description of Aloft and in the video description is our Discord link, along with the link to our website if you want to come and join the VA and come fly with us. We'd love to have you and see if we can grow something. So we'll see you on the next flight.
Passengers deboarding starting.
All the best. Thank you, folks. See you next time. Have a lovely day. See you next time. Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. Welcome to your destination. Enjoy the weather. Have a wonderful day. Welcome to your destination. Enjoy your stay. Bye-bye. Enjoy your stay. See you again. Have a pleasant stay. Thanks, sir. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Thank you for choosing us. All the best. Enjoy your stay. Bye-bye. Goodbye. All the best. Thanks for flying with us. Have a pleasant stay. Thanks for flying today. Thank you for choosing us. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Have a safe onward journey. Take care. Welcome to your destination. See you again. Have a nice day. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Have a good one. Take care now. Enjoy your stay. Have a pleasant stay. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Enjoy your day. Safe travels. Appreciate it. Enjoy your day. Safe travels. Enjoy the weather. Thanks. Have a safe onward journey. Have a nice day. Hope to see you again. Thanks, sir. Have a great day. Thanks, sir. Thank you for choosing us. Enjoy the weather. Have a lovely day. Appreciate it. Thanks. Have a lovely day. Take care now. Bye-bye. Thanks. Thanks, sir. Thanks for flying with us. Take care. Have a lovely day. See you next time. Thanks. All the best. Have a safe onward journey. Hope to see you again. Enjoy the weather. See you again. See you next time. See you again. Thanks. Thanks for flying with us. Take care now. Thanks for flying with us. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Thanks, sir. See you next time. Thanks for flying today. Thank you, folks. Have a lovely day. Thanks for flying with us. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Hope to see you again. Have a nice day. Thanks, sir. See you again. Thanks, sir. Thank you, folks. Thanks for flying with us. Thanks for flying today. See you next time. Have a pleasant stay. Have a good one. See you again. Bye-bye. Take care now. Thanks, sir. Hope to see you again. Thank you for choosing us. Have a nice day. All the best. Have a pleasant stay. Have a safe onward journey. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Take care. Have a nice day. Thanks, sir. Thanks for flying today. Thank you, folks. Thanks, ma'am. Enjoy your stay. Thanks for flying today. Thanks. Thanks for flying with us. See you again. Enjoy your stay. Have a lovely day. Enjoy your stay. Have a pleasant stay. See you next time. Welcome to your destination. Enjoy your day. Safe travels. Thanks, sir. All the best. Welcome to your destination. Take care. Enjoy your day. Safe travels.
Passengers bus is coming.
Have a good one. Enjoy your stay. Bye-bye. Have a great day.